Hello, folks. My name is Weiss, also known as Yui. So I was talking about the U.S. election and the Democratic Party candidates that's running for the U.S. presidential nomination come November 2020. So there are like a lot of people, like I said, who are running, and I made videos about them to give you information on who and what they stand for. And there are other folks that I want to talk about, but then they're not really going to make it, in my opinion. And they might surprise me, but that's my opinion. So I think there are other folks who are still thinking of running for president, like Patrick and Delani from for the Democratic Party. There's nowhere my way Amy Klotzberger. I'm not sure how I said the last name, but that's three people more than what the people like Papa Joe, Uncle Bernie, Auntie Warren, Pete Buttigieg, my friend, second day Tulsi, cool, super cool gang leader Andrew Yang. Apart from that, there are other three people who are running as well. Not sure they're gonna make it. And then there are other two from nowhere, Walsh and Weald, who's running for Republican Party nominee. I mean, I don't know how the hell they're going to run and get a seat to win for from Donald Trump. There's mighty Donald Trump, folks. There's no way anybody can snatch it away from him. He will give them a smack on the face and say, "This is my presidency," and he's going to make America great again. That's what he will be up for. That's Don Mighty Trump, folks. Those are all the people who are in line who wants to become the president of the United States, and I made videos on several all of them seeing how the Iowa caucus went, seeing how the people voted for Iowa, it's pretty clear they are not up for the person who likes Obama, someone like Joe Biden. People are not want to again go for someone with the same policy that Obama brought in, and Joe Biden is also like Papa Joe is old. People like Bernie because he's off the system, he's off the grid. He's like he's like a person when a girl realizes that she's not a girl and she wants to marry more of a sensible man and live a simple life and off the grid. That will be my Uncle Bernie, folks. He's the kind of more sensible man, but then he speaks a lot of bullshit as well. That's because the way he speaks it, he speaks about making democracy into a social democracy. He doesn't like capitalism. It's all a great idea, but I don't know how he's going to implement it. He should follow someone like Andrew Young, who really has a plan to implement them. So we don't know how Papa Joe is going to take care of that. So coming from the Iowa primary that held, Pete Buttigieg, not my best friend at the wedding, knocked the floors off, folks. I mean, he won. He ended up winning, getting 62% of the votes. That's from the 62% of the votes that concluded. He came close, like 27%. Next was Bernie, 26%, and the others were like 14, 13%. So like actually Uncle Bernie won more number of people, but the system again, this electoral votes and the system again and again, it's kind of screwing up people like Bernie, screwing up people like average middle class Americans, screwing up people like who are young teenagers or young adults who are coming out of college want to get a job. This system is so rigged against them. That's what I hate, and that's what all the people are hating. And I don't know how could people the judge win when the actual popular vote goes like 33,000 versus 20 or 31,000 for Pete Buttigieg. I don't know how this guy won, but good for Pete Buttigieg. I think a lot of LGBT community supporting him, a lot of young people are supporting him. He should keep it going forward. I mean, I don't see any negative flag in him. He's openly gay, and that's very commendable. But he doesn't have a cool personality, though. But still, he has good policies, and he wants to, give a tough fight. And I totally like that. I mean, he did a lot of shows recently with Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, all the popular media. So he's coming into the mainstream media now. That's the kind of exposure Andrew Yang needs. He needs to come more on the mainstream media. He's number one in the internet, but then he needs to come out on the mainstream media. Now on Tuesday there's going to be New Hampshire primary. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but since New Hampshire and Vermont are close to each other, I think it might go close to Bernie. He has won it last time as well, so I hope Bernie knocks them out of the park this time as well. I would like to see Bernie get the top seat. Andrew Young finished second, and rest of them can choose whatever positions they want. I mean, Pete Buttigieg might come in third with the way that he has run Iowa. We don't know. We cannot go with one state and compare to another state's people's liking. Iowa might like more of an openly gay person. New Hampshire might not, because there's more older generation that's living in there, and they're more starting to hold under the older and modern traditional value system, which is right in their own way. You cannot force somebody to like something that they're not inclined towards to, as long as they don't hate it. Okay, so I think New Hampshire most likely to go to Uncle Bernie and Andrew Young. I want him to improve more, folks. I mean, Andrew Young, he has done such great things. He needs to improve his position and make sure that he wins, at least finishes number two in this New Hampshire primary, folks. So that's it. Let's see how these guys do after Tuesday, and I'll post several set of videos again. Take care, folks. Have a good week, good working week. uh, Good night from here, good day wherever you are.